Denise Jordan, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of American International College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereunto.
Good morning. To the Board of Trustees, President, faculty, parents, family, friends, and finally, to the class of 2019, the class who shares the AIC hockey team's first Division I Atlantic Conference in American International College's history. Congratulations, Yellow Jackets. I want to thank all of you for giving me, a girl from Mason Square, who spent the early part of her childhood on the campus of American International College. Giving me the opportunity to address you this morning is just an awesome experience. Growing up, my parents, Raymond and Donna Jordan, were campus fixtures during the early part of my childhood. My father was the executive director of what was then called the African American Cultural Center, which housed an organization known as Pride, People Ready in Defense of Ebony. Many of the AIC students were babysitters to me and my sister Darlene, who later became lifelong family friends, many of whom have remained in the area and have raised families of their own. Denise Renee Jordan is the little girl who spent most of her childhood at 106 Maynard Street, right down the block from the main campus. I am the same little girl who used to sit on her grandparents' porch with her sister and cousins every semester watching the students from AIC, the incoming freshmen starting their college journey, or those returning back to campus for another semester. For me, as a little girl, I often dreamed of what it would be like to go to college and to one day, if possible, have the opportunity to attend AIC. AIC, the place that was literally my playground, the first institution of higher learning that I had ever known. Imagine what it must feel like for me today, the same little girl from Mason Square, to be standing here before you, delivering the commencement speech and receiving an honorary Doctor of Laws for my community service, mostly done in Mason Square, the home of AIC. This is truly a magical moment for me. Now, when I first received the call from President Maniaci, I thought it was a prank. I was like, am I being punked right now? Because what many of you don't know is that while AIC has always had a very special place in my heart, AIC was also the only job that I had ever been fired from in my entire professional career. So I was like, really? I was fired, and now you want me to deliver the commencement speech, and you're gonna give me an honorary degree? I really couldn't believe it. So if you don't get anything else from my speech, please know, terminations can always lead up to something great. Don't let it distract you from your journey, because here I am. Graduates, this is the day that all of you have been waiting for. For this is the day that declares you as college graduates. So now that you have accomplished this goal, the question remains, are you ready? Are you ready for the next chapter? You are now an official member of the I Am a Responsible and Productive Adult in the World Club. But Are you prepared for the LAG? LAG, a term I coined, is life after graduation. For some of you, it will be your first foray into the dreaded job search. For others, receiving your degree gives you the opportunity for professional advancement and upward mobility. For most of the graduates in this class, this accomplishment is life-changing. For others, it's scary as hell. Because of this distinction, there are expectations that you must now go out and conquer the world, seizing the day using all of the intellectual tools you obtained while matriculating at AIC. I think you're ready. LAG is the next phase of your journey, and as expected, there are certain accomplishments that you would like to achieve. Some want to get jobs making a ton of money, while others seek to use their degree as leverage to apply for higher paying positions within their current places of employment or elsewhere. Then there are those who have dreams of being successful and raking in large salaries, purchasing dream homes and having the means to do and have whatever they desire. But there is an aspect of success, one that I believe is often overlooked. There is something that we should all strive for, something that should be at the center of everything we do and every decision that we make. And it's simply this: J-O-Y, joy. The late rapper Nipsey Hussle said, "Success to me is just being able to do what you want to do, support yourself off of it, live your dream, and do what you have to do every day." I think one thing Nipsey was talking about is joy. That's it, joy. It's not magical, it's not expensive or unattainable. It's simply joy. Now, to some of you, I know you're like, joy? That's it? That's the buildup of her remarks? But let me assure you, when you incorporate a spirit of joy into your life, everything you do, every step you take, joy makes your life's journey a whole lot easier. You see, joy is simple. It doesn't require you to do a whole lot. All you have to do is be open to receive it and willing to spread it around to others. As I stand here delivering this speech, I look out at all of your faces. They're beautiful, they're promising, and I can also read some of your minds. And as much as I desire to be thought-provoking, informative, funny, and profound, all I really want to do in my 3-hour speech is to bring you joy. Joy. I would love for nothing more than to be able to jump down from this podium, channeling my inner Oprah, running out amongst you, shouting to the rooftops, "And you get a job, and you get a job, and your student loan is paid for, and your student loan is paid for." For me, that would be the ultimate expression of joy that I could give you at this very moment. Not only would the graduates appreciate it, I'm sure some of you in the audience would appreciate it as well. Joy. However, the realistic me knows that joy is something that one has to embrace and walk in. It doesn't always come when we want it to, but few things in life ever do. Joy. How do we get it? Why is it important to have it in our lives? For me, I find joy in my day-to-day living, knowing that I have been blessed to accept my purpose in life, being able to own it and walk in it, which is exactly why I am here this morning. Don't get me wrong, I didn't always know my purpose, nor did I ever think about the importance of living a joyful life. It took time. Life takes time. Journeys take time. Goals take time. Joy takes time. There were many disappointments that I had to endure getting up to this point, but I am grateful that I have always had the ability to pick myself up and bounce back. AIC, remember they fired me? Just saying. Chuck Palahniuk tells us to find joy in everything we choose to do. Every job, relationship, home, it's your responsibility to love it or change it. It's also important to carefully select people that will share your life space and energy. Always be mindful of who you allow in your circle, as negative influence won't contribute to your success, nor will they bring you joy. Chart your path and decide the steps you need to take to make things happen. Set realistic goals and expectations. Reevaluate your hopes and dreams often, and don't be afraid to make revisions or to pause for a moment, as life can be exhausting, but then there's joy. Whenever you get to the point of giving up, think about joy. Think of all the things that make you happy and bring joy. Think about the people that make you happy and bring joy. Think about the accomplishments you make that make you happy and bring joy. Think about the fact that my speech is over, and that is pure joy. Thank you, congratulations, continued success, blessings to you all, and I wish you joy.